Good evening. Good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you. So we shall begin with the class. So there might be little disturbances today. Apologies for that. So we shall not stop learning, right? Ayurveda का मूल उद्देश्य है, as you all know, the basic aims and objectives of Ayurveda. We have learned last week. आरोग्यवंत व्यक्ति का आरोग्य संरक्षण करना, that is स्वस्थस्य स्वास्थ्य रक्षणम, which means conservation of health in a healthy individual, and रोगी का बीमारी दूर करना, that is curative aspect, आतुरस्य विकार प्रशमनम. So these are the two basic aims and objectives of Ayurveda. Let me repeat: preventive and curative. So more importance is given for prevention of diseases and thereby restoration of health, right? So with regard to this, certain special topics have been discussed in Ayurveda. So let us see what they are. First is what we discussed about yesterday, that is Dinacharya, which is daily regimen. Second is Ritucharya. So Ritucharya is seasonal regimen. That is the topic of the day today. Okay, that is our topic today. So after that comes other topics like Sadvrita, that is code of conduct, and then Ahara, that is discipline regarding food, discipline regarding sleep, and celibacy, all these. So today let us talk about Ritucharya. Ritucharya is seasonal regimen. So as you all know, India lies in which zone? The northern hemisphere. So since the earth is revolving around the sun, there are many seasons that have been identified. और इसके वजह से हम Indian calendar में 6 rutus, that is 6 seasons have been told, right? So let us see which are the seasons. And before that, ये वातावरण, that is पर्यावरण या फिर environment में जो भी changes होता है regarding weather, climate, all these, they have a great impact or influence on human body, right? So इसकी वजह से हमारे शरीर में ये दोषों का कुछ difference of proportions होते ही रहता है हमेशा. That means the environment or the climate has a great impact on the doshas present in the body. इसके वजह से शरीर में पांचभौतिक संघटना में कुछ differences भी हो सकता है. As you all know, दोषों का साम्यावस्था, that is the state of equilibrium, is considered as health, and दोषों का विकृतावस्था is considered as disease. So इसलिए साम्यावस्था, that is balance को maintain करने के लिए हमें कुछ actions लेना पड़ेगा. And which are all those actions? Let us see. Yes, let us see what slide says. Ritucharya is the seasonal regimen. So there are 6 seasons, as you all know. There are 6 seasons. Ritucharya means changes or modifications that we have to do in our daily routine or dinacharya, जिसके वजह से दोषों की साम्यावस्था maintain हो जाते हैं, right? Oh, sorry, just a minute. Ritucharya. Every aspect of life recommended by Ayurveda is based on 6 Indian seasons. So let us know which are the 6 seasons. Can anyone say which is the season that is going on right now? The Sanskrit name. I'll wait for your answer. In the meanwhile, let us just complete the slide. See, these are the 6 seasons that have been identified in Indian calendar. So first is Shishir Rutu. Shishir is nothing but late winter. So which is almost Jan, Feb. Or yes, correct. I'm getting correct answers. Let me just say the answer later on. So second is Vasant Rutu. Vasant Rutu actually marks the beginning of our Indian calendar, which is marked by, the first day of Vasant Rutu is celebrated as Yugadi, right? Okay. So Vasant Ritu, which is correlating with the spring season. Then it is Grishma Ritu. That means summer season. And then Varsha Ritu. Varsha means Barish ka season, that is rainy season. And then it is autumn season, yeah, Sharad Ritu. Fall season bhi kehte hai ise, but we don't see that much of fall as we see in other countries in India. Okay. Then finally it is Hemant Ritu. You all are right. So present Ritu that is prevalent now, that is going on now is Hemant Ritu. Hemant Ritu is early winter. Okay. Yes. So these are the 6 seasons. But before talking about seasons, let us know the basic classification of time. टाइम या फिर काल को हम विभाग करते हैं. So the first basic thing, that is संवत्सरा. संवत्सरा का मतलब है एक वर्षा, that is एक year, 1 year. So 1 year को हम 2 parts में divide करते हैं. So first is आदान काल. आदान काल is Uttarayan. So it actually feels for those who are present on the earth that as if the sun is moving northwards, but basically it is not the sun that is moving, it is we who are moving. So Aadaan Kaal is identified as Uttarayan. Then during Aadaan Kaal, the sun starts traveling in northward direction. That is what we feel. So Aadaan Kaal में 3 seasons है, which are they? Shishir Ritu, Vasant Ritu and Grishma Ritu. That is late winter, spring and summer. So how is the environment? How is the atmosphere during Aadaan Kaal? The sun and wind become increasingly powerful during this period. The sun takes away the strength. Just a minute. So I hope all of you are able to see the slides, right? The sun takes away the strength of the people and the cooling qualities of the earth. See, क्यों इसको हम आदान कहते हैं? Because there is बलस्य आदानम. इसका मतलब है हमारा strength जो है वो कम होता है, कम रहता है इस particular first half of the year में. So the sun takes away the strength of the people and the cooling qualities of the earth. Sun gives hot and dry qualities to living beings and plants. इसकी वजह से हम ज्यादा रुक्षता देख सकते हैं. Dryness is more. Increasing heat reduces strength of the individual. So excess heat की वजह से हम ज्यादा काम नहीं कर सकते हैं. हमारा productivity कम हो जाता है. Right? During this period, plants show predominance of bitter, astringent and pungent taste. So इसके वजह से हम पेड़ पत्तों में या फिर in all the flora, entire flora, we find maximum increase in bitter qualities, that is bitter taste, astringent and pungent taste. So आप सबको मालूम है bitter का मतलब है तिक्त रसा. Example is करेला. Astringent का मतलब है कषाय रसा. Pungent is spicy. Okay, so what we mean is the dryness increases not only in human beings but also in the flora. So इसके वजह से हमारे शरीर में रुक्षता या फिर dryness बहुत ज्यादा हो जाते हैं, right? Then second half is Visarga Kaal. Visarga Kaal is also called as Dakshinayan. So it is also in Visarga Kaal, people typically gain strength. इसका मतलब है balasya visarjanam is Visarga Kala. That means our productivity, work ability will be more during Visarga Kal. Okay? Visarga Kal में हम 3 seasons देख सकते हैं. Which are they? Rainy season या वर्षा ऋतु, autumn season or Sharad Ritu, winter season or Hemant Ritu. So how does the environment look during this season? The moon is more powerful. So हम क्या consider करते हैं कि sun always depicts fire and moon always depicts some soft qualities. इसलिए सोमा बोलते हैं moon को, Hindu soma. Okay. So the moon is more powerful compared to sun. The earth is cooled. Just a minute. The earth is cooled due to clouds, rains, and cold wind. The digestive power or the Agni is good during this season. So compared to Aadaan Kaal, हमारा Agni or digestive ability, metabolic rate, everything is more during Visarga Kaal. And then food is more nourishing and strengthening in nature. So जो भी आहार हम consume करते हैं, इसमें strengthening ability will be more. क्योंकि वो रूक्षता बहुत ज्यादा था ना आदान काल में, इस सीजन इस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट ऑफ द ईयर में वो रूक्षता कम होता है और स्निग्धता दैट इज lubricating emollient or nourishing ability of the flora will be very good. So same is true with fauna and with the, I mean all the human beings, right? During this season, plants show predominance of sweet, sour, and saline tastes. So, in the previous season, it was bitter, pungent, and astringent taste, and now it is sweet, sour, and pungent taste. That is madhura ras, then amla ras, and lavana ras. All these are more. See, don't worry about the tastes, different tastes, because tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we will be talking about shadrasas. So shadrasas, that is the 6 tastes के बारे में हम बात करते हैं कल या दोपहर. Okay, then first let us take up Vasant Ritu. Vasant Ritu is the spring season. Vasant Ritu is marked by the, I mean, the first day of Vasant Ritu we celebrate as Yugadi, as we all know, according to Indian calendar. So how is our strength in Vasant Ritu? Bala is madhyam. Bala is nothing but the strength is moderate. कफ प्रकोप काल, शरीर में कफ दोष बहुत ज्यादा रहता है. You might be asking, ma'am, during spring season we see very hot rays of the sun. Yes, whatever you think is right, because of accumulation of kapha during the previous season, that is हेमंत ऋतु और शिशिर ऋतु में कफ का accumulation ज्यादा होता है शरीर में. So इसके वजह से when this kapha accumulated body is exposed to hot rays of the sun, it melts down. इसलिए तो हम ये वसंत ऋतु में ज्यादा infectious diseases देख सकते हैं. In the sense, hope all of you remember that there was a peak of this corona COVID past 2 years during this spring and summer, right? So if at all our activities and our lifestyle is such that it increases kapha dosha in the body during winter season, so it is we are more likely to suffer from problems related to kapha at the onset of spring. So spring is the season where we see lots of infectious diseases. So we generally see such problems in kids and we actually blame kids for because they always fall ill during exam time, and exams are in March. So that is the peak kapha prakopakal. So at the onset of summer or when the hot rays of the sun we see in the spring season, that is responsible for melting down of the accumulated kapha, which causes kapha related problems like rhinitis, that means common cold, cough, respiratory problems, and other skin related infectious diseases, chickenpox, measles. See, all these are related to kapha. Of course, we can classify them as viral and bacterial, but still the dosha that is responsible for all these sorts of diseases or problems is kapha. Okay, so yes, let us see what the slide says. This nice warm weather shows its effects on the body. Increased heat in the atmosphere starts melting the accumulated kapha in the body. Drying effect increasing along with the heat. Because of all these changes, person experiences signs and symptoms of kapha aggravation. Right? So let us see what are all the signs and symptoms. See, cough, cold, sneezing, rhinitis, bronchitis, sinusitis, indigestion. This is to be marked with red क्योंकि ये indigestion mark करता है अग्नि की अल्पता को. See, we are, you know what is ama now, right? So last Thursday we have discussed what is ama. अग्नि की विकृति होने से या फिर अग्नि की कमी होने से जो भी आहार हम लेते हैं वो ठीक तरह से पच नहीं जाता है, इसकी वजह से अनवांटेड अनडाइजेस्टेड substances which are toxic, they are formed in the body, which circulates all over the body and causes diseases related to different systems, right? So ama means it is the undigested unwanted toxic substance which is formed because of the low agni, low digestive power, and it circulates all over the body, and wherever it lodges itself, there the problems arise. That system is specifically affected. So that is ama. So ama related problems are more in vasant, right? So indigestion, then feeling of heaviness. So this is very common, isn't it? Then nausea. Nausea ka matlab hai you feel like vomiting, but that ulti does not come out. Only the sensation of vomiting is called as nausea. And hypersalivation or excessive salivation. हमारे मुंह में लाला स्राव तो ज्यादा उत्पत्ति हो जाता है. So that is excess salivation. And then, so we are likely to suffer from all these diseases. इसलिए हमें क्या करना है, क्या क्या precautions लेना है, food related and our activities related. Let us see. So diet part. Kapha aggravation disturbs the digestive system, hence person experiences various digestive problems. So क्या क्या avoid करना है हमें? Avoid heavy, oily, sour and sweet foods and drinks, as these foods are naturally increasing kapha. They will aggravate the present symptoms. So remember that we have to avoid these type of foods, especially junk food should be avoided in spring. Okay, then कितने बजे खाना चाहिए हमें? So time to eat. Kapha is predominant during daytime, that is 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Yesterday we have discussed, isn't it? Subah ka ye morning hours, that is 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. is kapha kala. इसलिए 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. में ज्यादा खाना बंद कीजिए. So those who are habituated to having very heavy breakfast in terms of quantity, please reduce the quantity of breakfast and instead you can have a good sumptuous lunch so that you don't feel sleepy during day. The children who are studying, they might be feeling this. During study holidays, always, soon after breakfast, they feel like sleeping. That is especially seen during February, March, which is because of kapha aggravation in the body. So kapha makes you feel sleepy. इसलिए आपको very light breakfast लेना होगा, right? Kapha is predominant during daytime, you know that. Avoid excess eating during the period and stick to a light breakfast. Avoid eating sweet cold foods during that season. See, you think that it is onset of summer and we start eating lots of cold drinks, cold food, having cold drinks like ice creams, soft drinks, all these, which in turn aggravate kapha to a great extent. So make your lunch be the biggest meal of the day. Having lunch in pitta time will aid in digestion. So remember this. Then, what are the different food articles that are suitable for intake? Take in barley. Barley, you all know, Hordeum vulgare is its botanical name and it's available in all provision shops in the form of grains or also in the form of flour. So barley ka usage zyada kijiye. Then wheat is good. Rice ke saath bitter vegetables can be used. Also raw mangoes can be used. See, this Yugadi, which we celebrate on the first day of Vasant Ritu, actually tells us how our Dinacharya should be, isn't it? We consume this jaggery with neem leaves. Neem is a very good antiseptic, antimicrobial, antifungal. So it is said that bitter vegetables and bitter substances are ideal for consumption during this particular time. और इसके साथ ही raw mangoes, we make panakams, sharbats out of raw mangoes and we consume. So just remember that the festivals that we celebrate, the culture, tradition, everything is in accordance with the tunes of nature. Like we are following Ritucharya, if at all we are following the customs and traditions. See, all these have great health benefits that also should be considered. Then Spices such as coriander, cumin, turmeric, and fennel are helpful to stimulate the digestion and they detoxify the skin. So, ye dhania, jeera, and then haldi, and then fennel seeds, all these are helpful for improving digestion. क्योंकि already हमारा digestive power कम रहता है इस season में, इसलिए ये substances का use करने से we would improve our digestion. It also helps in detoxifying the skin. These spices pacify the aggravated kapha in the body and they stimulate the digestive fire or agni and restores digestion. Then drink asavas and arishtas sidhu. See, asavas and arishtas are fermented preparations which have some therapeutic action. They are not just like commercially available wines or such other things. So, jari bootia, which are having lots of medicinal value, they are processed and allowed for self fermentation for a few days. And after proper fermentation, they are packed in glass jars, glass bottles, and according to our problem, we can get a very good prescription from a registered Ayurvedic medical practitioner and start using them during this Vasant Rutu. Then fresh ginger tea. Drink warm fresh ginger tea during this season, but be cautious that you don't use honey with very hot substances. Always remember, honey को उष्ण जल के साथ, that is उष्ण गर्म पानी के साथ consume करना अच्छा नहीं है, right? Then कैसे होना चाहिए हमारा? Go for vigorous exercises. So this first is लाइफस्टाइल इतना एक्टिव होना चाहिए कि we generate that heat from within, which helps in melting the kapha, which does not allow too much accumulation of kapha dosha in the body. So go for vigorous exercises, which is very good. And then cut down. What is this? Just a minute. Cut down your smoking habit because smoking causes indigestion that again results in kapha aggravation. Remember, smoking is not allowed in any season for that matter, right? Then next, avoid daytime naps. वसंत ऋतु ऐसा सीजन है जहां पर day sleep is to be specifically avoided. लेकिन the next summer season में day sleep is indicated. So हमें जानबूझ के हमारा sleep cycle को set right करना होगा. Do not take daytime naps during Vasant Ritu. Okay? Especially sleeping after the lunch will slow down the digestion. Remember, do not sleep after lunch in Vasant Ritu. And do dry massage, which is very helpful as it produces dry heat by friction. It helps in pacifying kapha. So what is dry massage? I have used a specific Sanskrit Ayurvedic term yesterday. Can anyone say what is dry massage? Through message. Let me see. I'll wait for your answer. After massage, bath with sandalwood water. See, not necessarily sandalwood water. What they mean from this is some very aromatic, very nice fragrances can be added with the bathing water. Correct. Vinita is the first person to give correct answer. Right. Please don't raise your hands. It's a request from my side. Don't raise your hands. Then Panchakarma. So I hope all of you are aware of what is Panchakarma. So Panchakarma are the 5 detoxifying procedures which are unique and which is a contribution of Ayurveda to the mankind. What we do in Panchakarma is the cleansing. So cleansing therapy to be adopted in Vasant Rutu. 5 cleansing therapies may first and second are very good for taking out excess kapha and pitta from the body. So this will help us to stay strong the 1 year, please. So Panchakarma like Vamana is given. Vamana is also called as emesis therapy. So remember the name Vamana treatment. Vamana is physician supervised एक्सप्रेटरी प्रोसीजर जिससे हम दोषों को डिटॉक्सिफिकेशन ऊर्ध्व मार्ग से करते हैं। इसका मतलब है we tend to eliminate the doshas from the body of the patient from upward direction. कर सकते हैं in the form of that is a very controlled supervised procedure. Is done only in the presence of registered Ayurvedic medical practitioner along with medical staff, the therapists, and the trainees, right? So this is not fit to be done at home by the patient themselves. MSS is controlled and physician supervised respiratory procedure. It is called as Shodhana Chikitsa, right? So this is about Vasanta Rutu, right? So all these have to be followed so that dosha does not aggravate too much in the body. So naturally only Vasant Rutu में कफदोष बहुत ज्यादा होता है. इसको Sorry for this. Few seconds, I'll be back. Yes, I think now everyone is able to see the document. So I was talking about summer season. So sun robs the earth of what? Of their strength due to its strong and penetrating rays and dry winds, leading to weakening of Earth's cooling properties. So, kya hua tha? I mean, in the previous season, again, yes, it was very hot, penetrating rays of the sun, which was causing lot of weakness in the body. Again, that is increased further. So, what happens here during this period? The pitta dosha increases immensely in the body, and ये increased pitta dosh के वजह से the agni is further lowered, and therefore we must eat moderately. So remember, vasant ऋतु में और this grishma ऋतु में हमारा अग्नि थोड़ा कम ही रहता है. So due to the heat, our body demands more liquids. This is very common, right? So dehydration होने नहीं देना चाहिए हमें, इसलिए we consume fluids. लेकिन वो fluids का quantity भी उतना ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए that it puts off the fire, isn't it? Let us see what the slide says. We must consume plenty of liquids in the form of water or fruit juices, but care must be taken not to put off the digestive fire. This is a season producing dehydration, exhaustion, lethargy, and dryness in our body and lack of energy. Ayurveda therefore advises everyone to follow the recommended diet and lifestyle in order to maintain our energy and health during this season. So remember, we are not supposed to allow the body to become dehydrated. At the same time, zyada hydration se bhi the digestive ability will come down. So be very cautious while having juices or fruits or whatever. Then, तो हमारा diet कैसे होना चाहिए? Always consume sweet, light, and liquid food. Remember, do not hate sweets. It is very good during summer season. Have it in moderation, but do not avoid totally. So, sweet food, लाइट फूड तो लघु आहार है जो इजीली पच जाता है हमारे शरीर में. सो दैट टाइप ऑफ फूड इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड घी, you know what is ghee, right? The clarified butter. So that should be preferred. And also it is said that we need to, just a minute. Huh. uh, Plenty of liquids in the form of water stored in mud pots. So mud pots are actually very safe and very good for summer season. Panakas prepared from fresh juicy fruits like mango, grapes, sugarcane, pomegranate, etc. with pepper and cardamom powder, tender coconut water. All these are preferred. See, mantha, the name itself says that it is a cool liquid preparation जो हमारे शरीर में वो उष्णता को कम कर देता है, right? So that is very good. And this prepared from soaking dried grapes, fig and dates in cold water for an hour and then churned. And so that buttermilk also should be consumed. Fresh juicy fruits, salads, and boiled rice may be preferred. So boiled rice is the best diet during this season. Diluted syrup of some herbs and fruits is recommended. Ananta, the name Ananta means it is the name for Nannari. I hope all of you know what is Nannari. It is Indian Sarsaparilla. So it is the root of a plant which is identified as Hemidesmus indicus, which has a Sanskrit name as Ananta or Sariva. So सारिवा का शरबत बहुत अच्छा है, and so that has to be consumed. Kamala, that is, there are many varieties of lotus. So lotus के कुछ भागों को हम cooking में भी use करते हैं, so that is advisable. Gulab, that is rose petals in the form of this gulkand is very good. Amra, that is mango, which is a seasonal fruit. We consider it as a king of fruits and it is a national fruit of India, right? So that is best for this particular season. See how beautiful our nature is. So whatever may be the doshas, increased, aggravated, anything in our body, accordingly only we are getting seasonal fruits. So one such is mango. So mangoes are a great source of energy or nourishment, especially in this summer season. Then draksha, that is grapes. Chandana is sandal. So I understand that not everyone can have access for sandalwood. So those who have small pieces of this sandal, they can definitely rub it on a stone to extract this paste that can be used for application as well as mixing with water. And then ushira. Ushira means vetiver grass. Okay. Remember vetiver grass. It's a very nice aromatic root that is available. You can just add this ushira into the water and it gives a great flavor, right? Jambira means lemon. So lemon ka sharbat, limbu ka sharbat. These can be made into syrup and diluted with water to be served when needed. So that these are some of the things that can be used. Gulkand. Hope all of you know what is gulkand. It's a powerful antioxidant prepared using rose petals and sugar, and it is an excellent Ayurvedic preparation prepared to reduce exhaustion. Avoid exercise, which can be taken on empty stomach, 1 to 2 teaspoonful with milk. This reduces the burning sensation in the body, eyes, palms, and soles, giddiness due to heat, itching, digestive disturbances, gastritis, and many more. So gulkand can be used. Then what type of food should be used? Greasy in the sense lubricating, hot, spicy, salty, and sour food items, milkshake and curds should be avoided. But what do? We consume lots of curds and milkshakes, right? Milkshake is a very good example for viruddhahar. You all know what is viruddhahar. The very first day we have discussed about the incompatible food combination. You also know the side effects and dangerous qualities of this virud ahar. And then, so that should be reduced. Milkshakes. Instead, you can have fresh fruit, right? Then curds, yes, curds should be avoided during this season क्योंकि हम मानते हैं कि curds cooling है. Actually, basically to say, curds तो सिर्फ हमारे कंठ भाग में, that is throat region में it has cooling effect. लेकिन सार्वदैहिक, that is systemic effect of curd is hot. That means it tends to increase burning sensation and also bleeding tendency. So इसलिए कर्ड्स को ज्यादा कंज्यूम नहीं करना चाहिए समर सीजन में. Yes, buttermilk has a very different quality than curd. Okay, buttermilk is different, curd is different. Then curds should be avoided, and if consumed should be taken as churned curds with pepper. Alcohol should be avoided as consumption of this may lead to burning sensation, dryness in the body, and debility. So it is said that madhyam naiva peyam na peyam peyam va swalpam subahuvari va. इसका मतलब है never consume this madhya, that is fermented preparations, not the therapeutic ones, the commercially available ones, never, especially in summer season. Okay, then हमारा lifestyle कैसे होना चाहिए? So दिन में सोना is advisable only during this season. Okay, not hours together, but little naps are very good during summer season. It is advised to sleep for a while during the daytime in a cool place, as nights are shorter during summer. Then apply the paste of sandal all over the body and take cold water bath. Try to stay indoors and do not get exposed too much to sun rays as far as possible. Use thin and light clothes and use perfumes that are cooling in nature. So natural perfumes can be used. Too much of exertion, strenuous exercise should be avoided during this season. So strenuous exercise should be avoided. So what do? summer season hai, we are free, thinking that we do lot of exercise which is actually tiresome, so that should be avoided. So as I have told you, lots of information regarding Ritucharya is available on easyayurveda.com. So for those who are interested in learning more and more regarding seasonal regimen, please log into this www.easyayurveda.com. So because of time constraint, we have given very little information over here, right? So we have just completed 2 seasons. We still have 4. Next is Varsha Rutu. Varsha Rutu is Barish ka season, that is rainy season, which stretches from July to September. So इस season में हमारा अग्नि बहुत कम रहता है. Again, see, remember vasant rutu, grishma rutu, or varsha rutu. In all these 3 seasons, our digestive ability is actually very less, and water becomes more amlapaki. What does this mean? Actually, the natural sources of water itself become, I mean, they are more acidic. So even the fruits, vegetable, everything, they undergo sourish or acidic digestion, acidic fermentation in the body. So vata dosha prakopa will be seen. Remember, in vasant rutu it was kapha dosha that was aggravated, लेकिन ये बारिश के सीजन में वात दोष बहुत एग्रीवेट होता है. Pitta dosha starts to accumulate, and in the next season, that is Sharad Ritu में Pitta dosh का aggravation देख सकते हैं. So what is this aggravation? You can consider it as कोप, that is प्रकोप बोलते हैं संस्कृत में. Too much of accumulation leads to aggravation, और ये aggravation से कुछ diseases का manifestation हो जाते हैं, and when we are treating that, it becomes cured, which means prashama or prashant has happened. Okay, so vata dosha has increased in the body during this season. Pitta dosha starts accumulating, and our bala or strength or immunity is least during varsha rutu. So क्या करना है हमें? What all preventive or precautionary measures we can take? So please consume honey during this season. So you can have honey along with many food items, but not with anything that is hot. Remember? So honey is very good, and always prefer old cereals. That is पुरान धान्य बोलते हैं ना. So always prefer old cereals, old rice, old barley, old wheat, and all during this season. So vegetable soup is very good, लेकिन थोड़ा सा spices के साथ. And the therapeutically prepared asavas and aristas are advised. Then water is contaminated, so should be boiled. So always have boiled water in Varsha Ritu. So हमारा lifestyle कैसा चाहिए? I had asked you one question, like what is powder massage? So I've got this from many students here. Udvartan, the name. Udvartan is good in Varsha Ritu. Stay in less humid places. Wearing nice malas or garlands or perfumes, they are very good, but let all these be natural. Avoid day sleeping too much exposure to sun, too much of exercise. So all the from summer to end of rainy season, too much of exercise and strain should be avoided. So common diseases that we see during Varsha is amlapita, that is acidity, gastritis, and then diarrhea, maybe because available water, that is corporation water or whatever might be the natural source of water, it undergoes acidic fermentation or acidic digestion in the body, and इसकी वजह से हमारा अग्नि भी कम हो जाता है. And skin disease, they take a peak during this season. Haridra Khand is an Ayurvedic preparation which is advised to be taken. Basti advice. What is this Basti? Basti is medicated enema. It is one among the Panchakarmas. Remember, Vamana is the first one, which I have told you what it is. So don't worry. During this course itself, someday, whenever we are free, I will talk about Panchakarma. Though this is not there in the syllabus, just for sake of information, I'll be giving you some details regarding Vamana, Virechana, Basti, all these Panchakarmas. So to say about Basti, Basti is nothing but one among the Panchakarmas, especially which tackles Vata dosha. It is enema, medicated enema बोलते हैं ये बस्ती को. So Basti is a very detailed procedure which goes on for 8 days or 15 days or 30 days, depending upon the patient's withstanding ability and seriousness of the disease. The doctor is going to prescribe Basti. So Basti is a course of treatment, okay, which is done to tackle Vata dosha. Now, can anyone say which is the site of Vata dosha? While talking about Vata dosha, I have told you that Vata has built a home in our body in this particular part. Can you all recall? Where was it? So, yes, let me only give you the answer. The site of Vata or the Vata has built a house in our body in our large intestine. So, ये large intestine को cleanse करने वाले वात दोष को excessive प्रमाण से normalize करने वाले treatment है बस्ती. Basti या Basti, both are same. Okay. So, Basti is a treatment which is directed towards reducing or neutralizing Vata dosha. Okay. Yes. So let us see the next, that is Sharad Ritu. So Sharad Ritu mein, which extends from September to November. So which is called as autumn season also. So क्या होता है शरद ऋतु में? See, वसंत ऋतु में और ग्रीष्म ऋतु में we saw hot penetrating rays of the sun. लेकिन बारिश के सीजन में everything was cold. Again, शरद ऋतु में फिर से एक्सपोज होते हैं हम hot penetrating rays of the sun को. So again there is heating effect. So Varsha Ritu mein, Sharad Ritu mein what happens? Sudden re-exposure to sun causes vitiation of Pitta. So this is the turn of Pitta to become angry. Okay. So Pitta dosha is vitiated or it is increased. So Pitta dosha vriddhi will happen. So how is our strength? Compared to Varsha Ritu, we have a moderate level of strength in this Sharad Ritu. So पित्त रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम्स को कम करने के लिए या फिर प्रिवेंट करने के लिए हमें क्या क्या करना है? सो लेट अस सी हाउ आवर डाइट शुड बी. सो रेगुलरली वी शुड हैव घी. So ghee in the sense the clarified butter, the homemade or the organic ghee is the best. It is highly beneficial to reduce pitta dosha and it also helps to improve agni or digestive fire. So I hope many of you would have seen how they perform homas, right? So yajnas or homas. So when they put a spoon of ghee into the fire, what happens? The fire takes a bigger form. That means it becomes more, what I can say. Yes, intense, more intense. ऐसे ही जो अग्नि हमारे शरीर के अंदर है वो भी increase हो जाते हैं. So agni increase means there is improved digestion. Metabolism rate is also improved. So this is what happens if we consume ghee regularly. It removes dryness of the skin caused in rainy season. So कौन सा food avoid करना चाहिए? Foods that are cold in potency, easily digestible, sweet, astringent taste are recommended, not to be avoided. They are recommended. लेकिन avoid करना है हमें too much spicy food, sour food, oily food and food types which aggravate pitta dosha. Then too much consumption of coffee and tea should be avoided. लेकिन हम दूध और ये दूध के प्रोडक्ट्स, डेयरी प्रोडक्ट्स कंज्यूम कर सकते हैं शरद ऋतु में. So milk and milk products can be consumed except for curds. Remember, curds should be avoided in hot season specifically, right? So curds avoid करना है. Sweets, black grapes, raisins are recommended. So remember what all food items are good. So हमारा lifestyle कैसे होना चाहिए? Do regular abhyangam. You know what is abhyangam now? You have been taught what is abhyangam. So abhyangam is oil massage, self massage. Do it to yourself regularly. Spare at least 8 to 10 minutes in a day, especially during morning hours for taking care of your own body. So abhyangam with oils made of chandan or coconut oil, ushira, that is vetiver grass. All these are very good. Stay relaxed. Do not get angry during this Sharad Ritu because already there is pitta increased in your body. It further dances. If you become angry, if you're too much agitated and frustrated. So remain calm and cool during this. Good sleep is advised. So alpanidrita, that is lack of sleep or less sleep tends to increase agni. So sorry, increase pitta. So इसलिए very good sleep should be there. Wear pearl ornaments. That means ये मोती है ना, इसको शरीर की उष्णता कम करने वाले जैसे क्वालिटी है. So इसलिए pearl related pearl ornaments can be worn during this season because it acts as coolant on the body. Not just pearl, also the spatika. You know what is spatika? That is very good. Then avoid exposure to sunlight and eastern winds. Both have to be avoided. Use of Shitali and Shitakari type of pranayam is beneficial. Remember, different types of pranayam. But isme to specifically Shitali and Shitakari pranayam should be done regularly. Then Panchakarma is advisable, especially Virechana. So I told you what is Basti during previous season, that is Varsha Rutu. लेकिन इस season में Virechana या फिर purgation is advisable. What is this purgation? It is not daily purging. That is not just taking of laxatives. It is again a physician supervised procedure which is directed towards removal or elimination of excess of pitta. Okay, so that is during Sharad Ritu. Next is Hemant Ritu. So Hemant Ritu is early winter. So early winter में हमें क्या क्या करना है, क्या क्या नहीं करना है. So देखिए, I'll just take 5 more minutes and we'll just wind up the class. Hemant Ritu is early winter, which stretches from November to January. So we can see cold atmosphere everywhere and Sheet Vayu is dominating. So our strength is very good during this Hemant Ritu. So Hemant Ritu में हमारा strength, work ability, everything is very good. Even our immunity. See, even during cold season, we don't fall so much sick compared to the spring. Spring is the time when all the doshas would aggravate. लेकिन ये cold season, even though there is cold atmosphere, we don't fall sick so much because this is considered as a healthy season. So to tell you some secret, this is not a good season for doctors. Okay? Yeah, because we won't have many patients during this season. Right, excessive bala. So we can classify our practice season into many, like off season or good season, like that. This is off season for doctors. So क्योंकि हमारा strength बहुत अच्छा रहेगा and Jatharagni means the digestive ability is very good. It is prabala during this season. So it means that if you have good Agni, you can prevent any disease. Okay, तो हमारा diet कैसे होना चाहिए? You can have freshly harvested rice, wheat and flour. See, we always say old rice, old cereals is very good. लेकिन इस season में definitely, since the Agni is very good, you can have newly harvested rice and everything. See, इस season में ही तो हम ये संक्रांति, मकर संक्रांति celebrate करते हैं, right? That is harvest festival. So harvest festival ke season mein the newly harvested cereals are only consumed, right? And you remember this Dhanurmas is celebrated. It is practiced in this season only. So how our dinacharya should be or how our Ritucharya should be for this Hemant Ritu is follow this Dhanurmas ka acharan so that we stay healthy. So what I want to say here is lots and lots of our Indian practices are directed towards maintenance of health also. Then, so what all we can do? It is also the best season to have urad dal, black gram. You can also have curds during this season. Don't be scared that you will fall sick or you will catch a cold. So curds can be consumed, but let it not be too cold. but ensure that you take black gram and curd with few days gap. Have a copious amount of ghee and sesame oil in your meals. Buttermilk, milk, and milk products can also be had if you're non-vegetarian. Stick your diet to aquatic food products. Avoid junk and carbonated. Of course, junk को हम कभी भी खाने के लिए we don't advise, right? Then sugarcane products, sesame seeds, laddu, all these, and therapeutically prepared preparations of this fermented ones. They can also be consumed. And then, just a minute, activities and food. Just a minute. Is same as that of, sorry. So rasayan like ashwagandha, shilajatu, chavanprash, and amlaki rasayan are to be consumed during this season. So क्यों consume करना है इस season में? So that kapha does not accumulate too much. क्योंकि अगर इस season में कफ दोष ज्यादा accumulate होता है, तो next season में we tend to, that is spring season में we tend to see lot of kapha related problems. तो हमारा lifestyle कैसे होना चाहिए? Inhale mild dravyas like medicated agarbattis and other pleasing scents. It is not the commercial ones what I am talking about. कुछ जड़ी बूटियों को जला के इससे आने वाले धूप को लेना बहुत अच्छा है. Wear warm clothes and keep yourself warm. Take a walk in the midday and soak in the rays of the sun. So please expose yourself to rays of sun. Have an exercise routine as it will help in blood circulation. So this is the best season for doing lot of exercises, definitely. But what do? We tend to sleep more because it is cold. No, we need to get up and start exercising. This is the best season to do exercise. Then shishir, that is late winter. See, shishir और ये हेमंत में सिर्फ इतना फर्क है कि हेमंत ऋतु falls under Dakshinayan, where we have lot of strength, whereas shishir ऋतु falls in the Aadaan Kaal, if it Uttarayan, where we start losing strength. But comparatively, shishir ऋतु में, compared to other seasons like rainy and all, yes, we have good strength in shishir ऋतु, लेकिन dryness ज्यादा रहता है. Okay, so characteristics are similar to that of Hemant Rutu, except that this season is more dry, cold, and more rain we can see. Bala is good, so we have good strength, good immunity. इसलिए activities and food should be same as that of Hemant Rutu, but place where we reside should be more warmer because there is Shita gun increase and dryness quality increase during this season. So this is a very simple and very gross insight into the seasonal regimen. Okay, Ritucharya. So why we have to practice this is for maintenance of doshas in normalcy, in the state of equilibrium in the body, so that we can prevent many diseases. So following this Ritucharya and following our basic traditional Indian customs, they have a lot of science behind the framing, isn't it? So let us just celebrate each festival knowing the significance of that festival in maintenance of health also. So healthy society is very essential for, yes, very essential, right? Then Ritu Sandhi. What is this Ritu Sandhi? So it is the transitional phase between two seasons. So Ritu Sandhi is the last 7 days of the outgoing Ritu and the first 7 days of incoming Ritu. So it is the period of susceptibility of many diseases. See, during Ritu Sandhi only, maximum seasonal variation related diseases are seen. So Padan Shikram. तो हमें क्या करना चाहिए? One should follow or slowly adjust to the new season. So this is regarding Ritu Sandhi. Then what all have we learned today? It is all regarding the seasonal regimen. So once again, I would say if you're more interested to know about Ritucharya, please refer Ayurvedic Samhitas, where you have lots and lots of information regarding each Rutu, the recipes, everything. Okay. So in many Samhitas, it has been told. Then, so key points, what you have learned today is Vasant Rutu mein Vaman Karn is performed. Honey is best. Summer season mein Sattu and Sharbat are very good. Enjoy day sleeping. So be careful. These are very simple things which can be asked even in MCQs and which are definitely related to our day-to-day routine, isn't it? Rainy season may amla rus to be avoided and water to be always boiled. Autumn season may beware of sun. Do not expose yourself too much to sun. Blood donation must be encouraged in autumn season. Then winter season may eat heavy, but do not sleep during day. So these are some very simple and very important. So these are very simple and very important points that one has to follow so that they can take care of their health very well. Okay. So yes, this ends the class. So any doubts and all, please put the doubts in the query form. I will be able to answer all your doubts on interactive session day. Okay. So this is about Ajka class. I hope it has given a very brief insight and it has created a sort of interest in learning more and more of Ayurveda. Is it so? How many of you think so? Let me know. I'm really sorry for the inconvenience today. Hmm? So as I'm traveling, a lot of disturbance we had in between, but still, thank God, we could complete the syllabus, complete the class. Okay. So yeah, I'm getting messages. Yes, very happy to see your message. Ganesh Maruti Rao. Chaudhary Ganesh Maruti Rao. Good session, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So thank you. Yeah, thanks to you all also. So we shall end today's class, right? So we'll meet you all tomorrow with a new topic. Myself, Dr. Pratibha, I will be signing off. All of you, please go through today's slides. Any doubts you get, please make a note of that and put it in the interactive session, right? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Bye. Happy evening to you all.